Okay. Ow. Right, give me a moment. Should be fine. Da-da. That. And then, just real quick, I want to... drop by. Sorry, I'm just sending the link in the Discord. Let me get a refresh real quick. Excuse me. Okay. I believe we are live. Hopefully I think my voice is probably still a bit there, but okay, we're in. We're rolling, I think things should be working. Let me just check. I'm gonna keep refreshing my feed because every time, for the last few streams, every time someone first puts in a message, if someone's watching right now, can you just put any message in chat, just so I know that... Thank you, iSnipe, I appreciate it. Just so I wanted to make sure I can see the chat messages coming through. Hello, iSnipe, welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Thank you for doing me a solid there. Okay, so everything's running smoothly. Perfect, that's what we wanted. It's beautiful. If you hear moaning in the background, that's just my dogs, don't worry. Honey, what's the matter? You okay? So yeah, if you hear whining in the background, she's not gonna stop, is she? Baby, what's the matter? You okay? I don't know, she's just having a moment. But in any case, yeah, we're gonna be streaming the Kazuha story quest today, purely because, now, I didn't want to stream this. I was originally gonna do this in my own time, but all of you people who watch me, or at least watch the, or I should rather say, the five of you who usually watch my streams live, requested that I stream it, and the only reason I'm gonna stream it is because you have to stream it apparently, or you have to play through the Kazuha story quest to do the last Sumeru Archon quest before we move on to Fontaine, which is what I'm gonna do. So my plan is, I know she wanted me to pay attention to her, the trouble is, she's out of reach. Hang on, let me give up. You want me to give you pets? I'll give you pets, there you go. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Good girl. Right, as I was saying, so my plan is, today I'm gonna try and stream the entirety of the Kazuha story quest, which hopefully it won't take too long. Then tomorrow we're gonna go through the entirety of the last Sumeru Archon quest, and then either Sunday or next weekend we'll move on to Fontaine. That's my plan. Yeah, yes, I know there are lots of other story quests which I have to do. Like, I want to stream Albino, I want to stream Shao, I want to stream Ayato. I probably should stream Nahida as well since she's the Archon. But, like, there's a lot to do. But at the moment, I'm more engrossed in the main storyline than I am on the side character quests. So I'm going to feed into where my motivation is leading toward in streaming. And if I have to do a character quest to get the main story done, that's the route I'm gonna take. So hopefully that makes sense. That's my approach. And yeah. So I'm going to unlock Kazuha's story quest. Wait, I did get the right one, yeah? Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so I have to do that. Now, first of all, before I get into this, Ice Knight, I'm gonna, or chat, I'm gonna rather tell you a funny story. And I mentioned this to Ice Knight yesterday and do DMs, but I'm gonna show you a funny story. Okay. So I was just like, I was like yesterday. As you can see, you can probably see already. My numbers have gone quite a lot down in terms of primo gems. Now, when I was yesterday, I was just like, I just want to do a few tempos. All I want in life is just one copy of Auroron or Auroran, or how do you say his name? Auroran. I don't know how to say his name, but he basically looks fucking cool, and that's why I wanted to pull for him. Things didn't exactly go as planned. I mean, you can probably see down here as well, but let me just show you how. Oh my god, my mouse has just died. My mouse even doesn't want to cooperate with me with telling this story. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. No, it's still not working. Why? My mouse doesn't like me. It's not even out of battery. What the fuck? You better not be breaking on me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, so if I go to these temples, I used to have this up to 140. Now it's down to 70. So, you know, there's that first bit of information. Secondly, this is why you never pull solely for a 4-star character. Because this will happen. The one time I didn't want to win the 50-50, I won the 50-50 off camera. And I'm very upset about it. So yeah, I accidentally, unintentionally pulled Chaska. And... oh, this is not where the story ends, by the way. It goes on more than that. Not only that did I pull Chaska. I also managed to C6 Barbara. I don't even use Barbara. Barbara's like, what, level 20?
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Never. You dumb child. Yeah, so I C6'd Barbara, and I even got, was it Sucrose, to Constellation 3? And that was all before I got one singular pull on Auroran. The game hates me. I wish I had streamed it, because it would have been so fucking funny. Also, is he like a wolf? I didn't even notice that before. Is he like a wolf boy? Yes, that's an ear, right? He's my cute little emo wolf boy. He's I love his eyes as well. Like they're even more pretty than Candace's. They're very pretty. Anyway, I'm trying to build him basically. I've been trying to build him off camera, and yeah, I was very upset when I pulled Chaska. Not because I think she's bad or anything, but frankly I don't know anything about her. I did do her try run just for the Prima Gems, and yeah, she can fly on her gun. I've worked that out, and that was pretty cool. Will I build her though? I don't know. I honestly don't know at the moment. Yeah, the reason I was so upset when pulling her is because I know in the next banner after the Chaska and Linny banners come out, are over. There'll be I think both Nouvelette and Zhongli available, and I need to pull both of them, or try and pull both of them. So that's the infuriating part, and that's the end of my run. So I don't play TCG in this. So yeah, that's my story. The end. We're gonna get through the Kazuha story quest now. What's in my monster? Okay. So yeah, that's the end of my story. The end. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, yeah. Of course, that's my luck. That's my luck in this game. I have such bad luck when it comes to pulls that the one 5-star or one of the only 5-star, sorry, a 5-star I don't actually want to pull, I end up pulling and winning the 50-50. Because that wasn't guaranteed. Yeah, that wasn't guaranteed, and which I'm pretty sure means the next 5-star I get won't be the 5-star I'm pulling for, which is gonna fucking suck. But you know, oh well. Let's just get on with Kazuha's story, guys. As in the bullet. Many memorable events. To be honest, I don't remember half of what happened in Izuma. I've already gone through the whole of Sumeru.
Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey.
There's a butterfly in the background.
So, where should we go today?
Hell. We should go to hell. Wait a moment.
Huh? What's up?
There are footsteps, Paimon. Someone's coming.
Hey, what the heck was that for?
Die, you bitch!
Huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Okay, I'm good at convincing.
Your penance is due.
What do you mean?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
Damn. He basically, as soon as I showed him Sino's burst, he was just like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm gonna try and pull for Nouvellette. Yeah, I'm pulling for both Nouvellette and Zhongwei. And you know what? You know what? You know what's even more, the more scary thing? I'm going to spend money. Spending money. This is not the addiction talking. I'm actually very good when it comes to managing these things. But yeah, there you go. I've been exposed. I'm gonna drop the free-to-play act. I'm gonna drop the fact that I'm not a free-to-play player anymore. Or, you know, when those banners come out, I won't be. And yeah, this will turn into, yeah. I'm not whaling. I hope you know I'm not getting any 5-star to C6. I mean, one copy, unless I get lots and lots of money, which I can afford to spend. Yeah, I'm not going to plan to get any 5-stars to C6, unless for some miracle reason that's probably never gonna happen in my entire life, is that I voice a character in this game. Never gonna happen. I know it's never gonna happen. I accept that. I'm not a professional voice actor, so it's not gonna happen. But on the, you know, 0.00000000001% chance of that possibly happening. Not gonna happen.
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
Yeah, done, I know. Crazy.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them.
Yeah, standards, random man.
Oh, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I love your sword, bro. It looks fucking cool. I want a sword like that.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even realize that he had like. Okay, Ice Knight, can you explain this to me? Why does he have like a? Is this like his surname, or is this like a clan name, or what? What is this? I can barely pronounce the name Kazuha for half the time.
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Why are you looking for him?
That's none of your business.
And then why am I gonna tell you where he is?
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Okay, bye.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase.
It seems like every single one of those samurai in this fucking game, Paimon.
Well, one thing's for sure.
No idea? Okay.
Telling
Well,
him
worth
anything
asking.
about Kazuha.
Kazuha. Why do I feel like nobody can pronounce that guy's name? Kazuha. Kazuha? This is the thing about Genshin. I cannot pronounce names to save the life of me.
Hey, don't be mean. I'm on smart lots of the time.
No, you're not, Paimon. You're dense as shit.
Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back.
I don't feel like that's a good idea, because if we go to find Kazuha, then that guy could just follow us. Actually, I have a hunch.
Oh? What kind of hunch?
I think this guy may have a special connection to Kazuha. That is quite the reach from that one encounter.
A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
I can't say for sure, but I feel like their fighting styles are kind of similar.
Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
Nah.
Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger.
I'll be honest, chat, I don't even remember what Kazuha sounds like, so this is gonna hit me like a ton of bricks.
Stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Okay. The Crux fleet is like, what's the name? Beto's and a pirate gang. Beto and the Neverland Pirates and me. Sorry. It just got stuck in my head. Right, where are we going? No, dang it. Oh, there we go. Right. I know what I could do. I don't know, actually I won't do it because, you know, I don't want it to like force me into combat or something. I was gonna put like someone like Aurora or Chaska in my party, but they're not built, so I won't do it until they're built. Sup? Hi, Chow. What a name.
Hey! Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
Dead.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
2?
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
Huh. He's got clout, guys.
If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Damn.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, that he did literally. He activated. If I'm remembering correctly, chat, and remind me if I'm getting this wrong, but didn't he activate his old friend's vision, which made him dart forward with Electro, and then he blocked the sword of Raiden, and then knocked him back away from the Traveler, or knocked her back away from the Traveler, before getting blasted back. I think that's what happened.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
You could compare it to, you could compare it to the technique Beto used to strike down Haishin.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his new
I don't know what that
coach
means,
was
but okay. Who's Haitian? I don't know.
He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him.
Okay.
I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Well, yeah.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
And by a little while ago, you mean forever ago. This was like, what, a year ago I did this? The Shogunate will probably wants to show some goodwill. After all, the reigning Shogun's mindset has changed.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
What crowd? There is no crowd here. Oh, these guys. Okay, there's actually 4 people here. Okay, well, 6 people. That's not really a crowd though. Where am I going? Oh, over here. Yes. This is my problem. I ask a question to chat, and then like 10 seconds later, I'll forget what the question I asked was, and I'll see the response in chat and be like, yes to what? What did I ask? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I have the memory of a goldfish. I'm sorry. Yeah, what was it I asked? I don't remember. Oh, it's Kazuha.
Oh, it's you.
I legit don't remember what Kazuha sounds like, so I don't know what to expect with it. Also, I do find it funny with the whole. I know this is the whole Japanese theme, right? But I do find it funny how everybody wears socks with flip-flops. It is kind of funny.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
Sure.
We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the
Kaidahara.
Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
So is he related to Sarah then? Because his name is Kujo Kamagi? Kamajai? I don't know. But he's this Kujo, the Kujo clan, right? It's from the Kujo clan. So does this mean this guy's related to Sarah? I think, maybe?
The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years.
Also, side note here, guys. And this is just something I like to point out. I really like it when Hoyoverse creates characters that don't necessarily have to run completely with the vision that the character holds. Like, if you look at Kazuha, like, his color scheme is obviously, like, orange, red, brown, black, with obviously bits of white and stuff. Like, you wouldn't think he's an anime character by looking at him, and I really like that, because, like, I like it when they switch up the designs so that they don't have to look like their vision. That's, I don't know, just my thought. I really like it like that.
The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara.
That's why I love his hair.
Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
I forget.
In short, there was once a group of select
I can't even pretend to remember, I forget.
for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class.
Okay. Blade forging arts. Okay. Hey Kevin, I feel like you're going to like Fontaine and their Archon when you get there. Okay. Just don't spoil, please. I know you won't, because you're a good egg. But no spoilers, please. Well, I'm gonna try and do it. I'm gonna aim to start the Archon quest on Sunday. But if we don't start it on Sunday, it will be next weekend. For sure.
But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaedahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil.
Damn.
We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans was neither proper nor just.
Right.
Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the almighty shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past.
Damn.
In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the almighty shogun and the shogunate at large.
You can tell I haven't heard Kazuha's voice in a really long time, because I didn't realize his voice was not only a bit lower, but like so soft. I really like his voice.
However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the almighty shogun's blessing and full support of the shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode.
Is it just me, or does it sound like his voice is cracking? It sounds like he's sick. Honey, what's up? What's the matter? Are you offering your opinion on Kazuha's voice? What do you think? Bless her.
Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood.
He's very soft-spoken.
I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a fair assumption to make, because they probably wouldn't have known about the history. What do you want? I love you, Holly, but come on. You okay? Let me go check on her. You okay? What's the matter? I know, Papa. I know. You have a snooze or something. See, look at your sister. Your sister's having a snooze. You could do the same thing. She's being very talkative. Do you want to be a streamer? No, she doesn't want to be a streamer first.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
Oh yeah, the Tepe treatment. Yeah, because no, do these guys not even know about Kazuha's past friend?
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way.
That is fair. That is very fair.
But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me,
Oh, hold on.
the situation will blow over more quickly.
Come on, you two. Release the hounds! There we go. Also, I haven't got my VTuber today because, you know, just my phone's out of battery and I can't be bothered to set it up, so.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider.
Okay.
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
We found a guy who wants to assassinate you.
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
You and Paimon are recounting the attack on the outskirts of...
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me?
Could you be someone you train with under the same master?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you.
Okay.
My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
So he...
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
So basically, are you telling me... This isn't the first time this has happened, but... Ether's able to pick up on these things just based off of a hunch or based off of instinct? He must have some serious, like... Would convictions be the right word? I don't know.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say, I am now very curious about this matter.
Hello?
And I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked him, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Has he always had a bandage on his arm?
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
I quite like Kazuha's
Detective
voice.
Agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Ryuji! That's a cool name, Ryuji. Hello. I'm being ignored. Anyway, I'm gonna teleport my way down there because I cannot be bothered to walk and I want to get through this as quickly as possible. I have already been blabbering for half an hour. Oh, have I just... Are you kidding me? Give me a moment. I'm making an absolute fool of myself. Okay. Is that someone at the front door? Oh no. God damn it. Well done. Girls, it's just someone walking their dog. Come on.
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
My dogs act like they've... What? Give me a second, chat. I'm sorry about this. Give me a moment. Gillies? You done? You wild. guys coming in? Yeah. Yeah. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. Evie, you coming up? I don't even know. Dogs are being chaotic. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Apologies for that. Continuing on.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
Right, as soon as one person comes in like a 1 mile radius of this house, dogs be wild and you could get on you, Bubba.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaedehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaedehara's personal information.
Hey, yo! I'm sorry, what? To be honest with you, we've been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain personal information. Okay, isn't that a red flag? I'm no expert, chat, but isn't asking for other people's personal information kind of a red flag? Also, I'm pretty sure the guy would be pretty obvious to spot. He had a glowing sword.
Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora? Whoa! Oh, wait, even at that price, you probably...
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Yeah.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
You could... I don't know.
Then let's put that connection aside.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Have there been any other attacks?
Is my chat delayed
or similar
slightly?
incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual?
I said, what have I just asked? I don't... I legit have the memory of a goldfish, okay? I don't... Did I just ask you something and you gave me an answer to it twice? I don't remember. My brain is not working.
The Tenryou Commission had very few leads.
I'm sorry.
I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
But we haven't even gone out looking for the
I
guy.
still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
It was also not easy for me to fight him off.
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted.
Damn, he wants us to be Oh, about the red flag. Right. I'm sorry, Ice Knight. My memory is absolutely shit. See, that's the thing. Maybe it's just streamer brain, because I'll be listening to the story. I'll be making commentary on it. I'll ask you a question, get back to commentating or watching or playing the game, and then I'll completely forget about the question I just asked. That's just how my brain works. I can't do everything at once. I'm sorry. Yeah, about asking for someone's personal information being a red flag. Yeah. Also, Paimon is the type of friend who is willing to give your personal information for the right price. Paimon were willing to scam you for millions. No, but to be fair, she did catch herself. She caught herself mid-sentence and then was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. So, you know, I feel like Paimon has some morals.
It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me.
Oh, Paimon has some morals, providing she isn't the Heavenly Principles. I still am running along the theory that Paimon is at the very least related to the Heavenly Principles. She looks too much like that unknown god for it to be any other person.
For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
I can understand why Kazuha is so uncomfortable about this, because it's making me cringe.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
Does he know that his friend's vision lit up? I don't remember. I know his friend's vision, Electrovision, definitely did light up, but I don't know if he knew that it lit up. I can't remember.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you.
Thank you, Ryuji.
Actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though.
Oh?
Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
Which means it's probably relevant,
All right, then.
since you're telling us.
Recently, two
Because
people
plot.
went missing from the city at around the same time.
Oh.
One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Right.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy.
Oh, right, okay.
Two grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Maybe? Or it could just be that this guy is, like, going out on a whim to attack people, who he knows have a prowess with the blade. It might be that he's going out on his way to fight people who have a specific prowess with, you know, fighting. That's just my theory, though. I don't know. I don't have much to base it on right now.
It seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's consider this a favor for you. We can investigate both at the same time.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
I feel like this is your
Sounds
job,
good.
but sure.
All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Can I get paid for this, since I'm working for you now? No? Okay. Worth asking. Boo! Hi, old man. How you doing? I'll put it on autoplay home.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha. What brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep
Raiden
links
Gokaden,
between the two
okay.
clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Raiden Gokaden?
Let me quickly explain.
Okay.
The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma.
Okay.
Techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen.
So that does kind of like further my theory of the fact that whoever this guy is looking for people who he thinks have a strong fighting prowess. That's what I'm. My theory might change. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm taking from this.
Unfortunately, a
That
series
seems
of
to be a
events led to
consistency.
the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had
What
our
is-
specialties. And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, is he wearing something on his forehead, or is that the top of his forehead shaved? I can't tell what I'm looking at. That to me looks like the top of his forehead is shaved, but it's shaved really badly, and he's got a really massive forehead and a weird head. Or is that like a headpiece? I can't tell. That looks so ridiculous.
As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work.
What the
There is only practice, day in
What am I
and
looking
day out,
at?
until both body and mind
Chap,
have
you-
memorized the craft.
Explain this to me.
Motion of every technique
I'm gonna have a look at this
into an
dude.
As for the art
Sorry,
of the
I skipped ahead, I didn't
Kaidahara
mean to.
clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
Ishinat.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai
I can't get
choose
over
their
that guy in the
blades,
background. I'm sorry.
but
I'm
an
not.
Ishin blade
I'm-
chooses its owner.
But an Ishin being chosen its own. Okay, that's gonna be useful information. Most samurai choose their blade, but an Ishin blade chooses its own. Interesting. But yeah, they're talking about this whole deep lore conversation, and I can't get over the stupid guy in the background
You
hammering
are,
away.
without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaidahara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
So, do you think the guy
You
who we
overestimate.
saw before had like a
My actions are guided
One
by
of
my
those
own
blades?
personal sentiments, not by any noble
like a
aspirations on
enchanted
behalf
blade
of
or
my
something?
clan.
Because it was like
Let's
glowing.
get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
Do you think this
We
is...
heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
So, okay, so question. So, do you think this is going to be connected to the offer that was made by the Kujo clan at the beginning? Because that was part of the Tenryo Commission, right? So, do you think that that offer that, I can't remember what the guy's name was. It was Kujo something. But that offer the guy made to Kazuha is actually just like a front for something? To like, cover something up? I'm not sure. But I just a thought that came to mind.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. And neither of them came back.
Fire!
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess,
Is Yuya his
it must have
nephew,
been some
or is that the
kind of rare
collector?
weapon. Otherwise,
Oh!
no reason for him to get my hopes up.
Which makes me think that the rare gift was the weapon he... So I think it was probably Yuya that we ran into, because he was holding a sword. I caught on to that really quickly. Man, I'm so good at this. Because he was holding a sword that was glowing. It was like a bright pink sword that was like emanating some sort of energy. So if that was Yuya, maybe it's like a cursed sword or something. I don't know. I'm theorizing, okay?
Interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade
I need to stop
testing,
yelling.
and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
Damn.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person.
Which makes me think, so do you think I'm right? Do you think Yuya got like, has like a sword, but because the sword chooses its owner, he picked up like a cursed sword and the sword cursed him and then made him into like, maybe the curse is just, it's like he's like not able to think clearly or something. I don't know, I'm just like, I live for any story that involves corruption, okay? It's great. That's just where my brain goes. I also, that guy in the background is just so stupid.
He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Huh. Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Anyway, should you
What
find him,
about the
please
blade?
let me know as soon as possible.
About the blade potentially being cursed? Have you played through this quest, isn't it, or no? Just out of curiosity.
Don't worry. You have our word.
Hey, Plague! Welcome to the
From
stream.
the sound of that,
We're currently doing the
Kyle
Kaz...
doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yeah, so hi, Plague. Welcome to the stream. We're currently doing the Kazuha story quest. I'm just currently trying to get through it as quick as possible because, yes. The sword that was showing a lot of dark aura, so the sword must be cursed. Yeah, that's, so we were thinking along the same lines then, because I knew it from the moment I saw it. It was like a bright pink blade, and it was emanating some sort of energy, so I was just like, maybe it's the sword that's like cursed him or something. So it could be Yuya. That's my theory at the moment, is that it is Yuya, but the sword had cursed him, because the sword apparently chooses its... I'm probably missing details here, but the sword apparently chooses its wielder, but maybe he picked up a cursed sword, and the sword chose its wielder that way, and then cursed him as a result on that. Yeah, that's my theory at least. We still need to get information from the Nagato family.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Alright, we're going all the way up there. God damn it. Okay. I love how I don't have to wait for the story to be unraveled. I can just guess I can just make a guess of what could happen. Just based off of looking at a fucking sword. We could be wrong, but like, that's our theory.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance,
Sorry,
if we may.
One second, let me just shut my door real quick. I'll probably have to get up to like shut it and again and like 3 minutes because, or like however long, because my dog will just open it again. But.
I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm
I
sorry
like her
you
like
have to see
robes.
me
They're
in
quite
this
cute.
dreadful state.
Or like her dress.
Has
It's quite
new
pretty.
information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for more.
That's a good point, actually.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things.
Do you
He always
think?
gets so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
So if he's a collector, do you think he accidentally came across this sword that was cursed, and then brought it home and was just like, my dear wife, I have found this really cool sword. Look at the energy it's emitting, and then it just fucked over his mind. That's my theory.
Oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
Damn.
I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens.
Damn, she's a very loyal wife. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, chat. If I ever get married and my husband ever turns out to be anything like that, with like making the family in debt and not willing to do anything to get us out of debt, you best believe I'm divorcing his ass. That's where I draw the line, okay? That ain't my debt. That is his debt to deal with.
On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
And that led to an argument.
Maybe I spoke a bit too soon. Okay, she did the right thing in the end.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink.
No, you did the right
After I
thing.
said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
No, you did the right thing, lady. I think you did the right thing. It's important to say you did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me.
Chat, let me tell you, I find it really funny the amount of times in this game that I'll say something and then the characters will say the exact same thing after me. Like, it's just hilarious.
The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see.
Do you think
I understand.
like this is some sort of sham so that he made himself appear missing so that the family would be compensated with money so that he could pay off his debts? Do you think that's what's going on? Because if you can't find somebody, you have no way of proving they're alive or dead. So do you think maybe they were expecting the Tenryo Commission to compensate or like to give the family a sum of money so that the debts can be repaid while he's making himself appear missing. Just a thought to keep in mind.
Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts.
That's along the
Even though
lines
I'm
of my
still a little
theory.
mad at him. We're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together.
She's a very
If
nice
he's willing
wife.
to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye.
That's what I'm thinking.
If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
Yeah, don't say, Kazuha.
Confusing? More like completely mystifying.
You know what? Fair enough. I will completely agree with Paimon there for once. Paimon is completely right.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Does that work?
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Does that work? Like changing up the scenery does to make your thoughts come in piece together easier? I don't think that's how that works.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance.
Yeah, that's
The
obvious.
fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked
Okay,
over
Paimon, shut
a
up.
oil lamp, and... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
Okay, they must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. We are still missing crucial information. So I'm either thinking between these two. It's either got to be one between these two. I think. Chat. What do you think? I think it's got. Yeah, it's got to be between these two. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. I'm gonna go with the bottom one.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up.
Yeah, I did the
Chances
right
are
thing.
that there are still some clues.
I went
left
with
for
my
us to
gut. Okay, my
discover.
gut was right.
One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire.
True, that's very
The
true.
more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
This also doesn't seem connected to the case of the attacker. I think it is. Okay, maybe this is a bit of a reach, but what could have happened is... I've forgotten who's who, but one of them was a collector, one of them is like a peaceful man, right? One of them was a collector, one of them's a guy who's interested in swords, right? The guy who was interested in swords was buying something off of the guy who was in debt. He picked up a cursed sword and was like, this sword looks fucking cool, I want it. So he bought that, not realizing it's cursed. That cursed sword then chose him as the wielder. The sword, because it cursed him, was what resulted in the fire. It resulted in one of the men being murdered by the guy who had the sword, and then the other guy. That's okay. There's a lot of holes in this theory, but then the other guy just like left with his new corrupted self. That's my theory, at least. Yeah. There's a lot of holes in this theory, but it's a theory nonetheless. It's also
Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together.
Are you kidding me? You guys are so dense.
Lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Yep.
Okay, but where should we go now?
You just go back to their houses and they're like, they're both dead.
There's still a chance
We killed
we'll
them.
be able to find some shreds of evidence.
I'm not even paying attention. Right, anyway. Go on, proceed. Here we go. Anyway, but they're both dead. We murdered them.
Wait,
What do you want?
I hear something ominous in the wind.
In the wind?
Oh, this must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
Paimon, shut up.
Sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound.
What are you, a
It's right around here
bloodhound?
somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
Paimon, shut up.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
So... I don't know what Tatarigami is. So, but basically, you're telling me that Kazuha is part human, part Spider-Man, part Spider-Man. That sounds like Spider-Man is a human, damn it. But like, he's got a sixth sense, and he's also a bloodhound.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation.
That's so stupid
We should
thing.
remain vigilant.
I hate it here. I'm so done.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place.
Do we even know what the Tatarigami
The
is?
residue it left behind
'Cause I
still
don't.
hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to
Jesus
conclude
Christ, sorry
that
about
the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
So is Tatarigami the type of sword he was holding?
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions.
So they are connected,
Mr.
like I
Nagato
said.
had an interest in collecting to begin with, influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
It's called an addiction, buddy.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
That's dangerous.
If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
True.
You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
So if someone like grabs you and like drags you, I'm not coming after you. I hope you know that. Okay.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
So in the end, it was just a scare? I'm not sure that's a good or a bad thing.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the
The warehouse
Tatarigami
boogeyman,
energy
yeah.
source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them.
Let's hurry.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from.
Yeah.
Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
Maybe, but I don't have a sixth sense, nor am I a bloodhound, Kazuha. Hello Dawn. Hello Dawn Gaming. Welcome to the stream. We are currently doing the Kazuha story quest. And we are trying to find 2 missing dudes who we think are corrupted by sword. That's our current theory, at least. Gimme, thank you. Over here. Hello? Excuse me? Hello? I can see the darkness. Chat. I can see it with my own eyes. Imagine seeing darkness, chat. Imagine seeing the darkness. Okay, there we go.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly.
2 parts so that it would correspond to Mr. Nagato and Anamanoma Yugia. I'm bad at
Quite
pronouncing
possibly.
names.
Let's search.
Okay, we'll search the area. Let's do it.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls. They're acting really strangely.
Where?
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Where? Oh, here? I'm going to kill them. That's my solution. My solution is murder. Oh, look. I am murdering them. That was easy. That was a waste of a burst.
It's...
Ugh! Look at this red stuff. What is it?
Blood.
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago.
It's raining, Kazuha.
Let's take a look.
Okay. I am Nagato. I was wounded by Amanuma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. I chased him but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding. Yes, I was right. It was blood. But it seems that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned out my warehouse. So it literally went exactly how I called it was gonna go. Man, I'm so smart, chat. It hurts. It hurts. Why would you write it hurts in a letter? I don't know. But for some reason, I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do is distract from the pain. All I can do to distract me from the pain is to write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, that name, and Yuiji? I'm sorry to them, I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was, how blind I was to my obsession. I must have been cursed. We called it, chat. We are so smart. We are so smart. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of it together and still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you and sorry for letting you down, Sachiko. So he probably died.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
Probably dead. He's probably
He was
dead.
not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us.
He's dead.
Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here.
You can hear how sad he sounds in his voice. I really like him. I want to know who voices Kazuha because he's really good at it. Let's ask the Tenma mission to do a thorough search later. There are more important things to do right now.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
It's amazing how we guessed all this. I guessed all this right before any of this was revealed. I'm so good at this, chat. Just based on... I guessed all this based on looking at the fucking sword. That's my... Oh, shit. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill.
True.
All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them.
Which I had already worked
I have
out.
a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so.
That's what I
It's
said.
something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant.
Let's do it, yeah. So basically it's how I called it earlier. Oh look, we must fly. No, 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 no. There we go. I got hiccups. Sorry about
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
that. Hmm.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Wait till we found us.
Show yourself. It's no use hiding anymore.
His voice just went so much high-pitched when he was yelling.
Kaedehara Kazuha, it's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
I just find it funny
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Which is what I said. God damn it, chat. We are so fucking smart. I mean, it's pretty obvious. If there was any doubt before, all I had to do was take one look at that sword to realize something was up. I wonder how I came to that conclusion.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
He's being controlled by the
Tatarigami
sword.
energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity.
Yep.
The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams.
So chat, if you were ever wondering what it's like to have a sword talk to you, now we know. The sword is talking to us. I cannot believe this.
As a descendant of the
I
Kaedehara
can.
clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith.
Right.
And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
So he imbued a consciousness into
In
the
our
sword.
conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
Damn.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
Yep.
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action.
Wow. Imagine getting owned
After
by
the
a
death of
sword.
my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home.
So, my dog's barking again. So basically, the sword is saying, "Hi, my name is Prized Ishin Sword, and this is my pet, and this is my pet, and this is my pet human. I've owned humans as pets for years." This is basically what the sword's saying.
I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah, so Amenome Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
Damn. So, yeah, he's literally a sword that owns humans as pets.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter.
Damn.
At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun.
Oh, so the sword wants to possess Kazuha to fight the Raiden Shogun because he knows that Kazuha took on the I've forgotten the blade's name, the katana that the Raiden Shogun wields.
Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, that.
There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
No. How about no? How about you go fuck yourself?
Time to go.
Me!
The wind knows me.
Damn, he's quite fun to play with, actually. Wait, on a side note, on a side note, come on here. What's his build? Hey, Mark Whitten is the voice. Yeah, he's obviously a sword user. Damn, okay. Ah, shit, I don't mean to do that. Come on.
Submit to me!
As one with wind and cloud.
Join me!
Wind strike.
Divine light!
Damn, I got you. That was easy.
Do not stand.
Kazuha was a great unit.
Or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
Then we will smash you into tiny pieces.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your
Damn.
fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Damn. Kazuha's casually just analyzing.
That just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings.
True.
Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Yes, pretty much. That's
On
exactly
his
what he's
deathbed,
saying.
He passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Then why are you trying to
Because
seize
all
control?
of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
Damn. He's trapped in a
After
sword.
all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
What of it?
So,
Well, that brings me to my second point.
okay.
There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth.
So basically, the sword can't corrupt anybody until somebody else comes into physical contact with it.
But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
Yeah, get him, Kazuha.
What do you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life.
Exactly.
Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
Nope.
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding.
Exactly.
How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Damn.
Silence, you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I
Damn.
will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
It's a very
And
cool
you
looking sword.
should face reality.
Damn,
For you to
Kazuha.
say, facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called
Do
reality.
you think the sword would take control of Yuya and like make him stab himself? That would be dark as fuck.
It is pointless to
It's
argue
being charged.
further.
Like, look, that's there's even
Send
more energy
the
and everything from it.
Kaidahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Aminome Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Okay.
Do this, Kazuha!
This is a risky strategy. You're dealing with a cursed blade that can possess
This
people.
is the only way to save Aminome Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the blade's puppet.
Alright, fair enough.
The cursed blade's strength is currently very
Sounds
weak.
very quiet there. That was
and
a
I
lot
sense he's
of
hesitating.
talking.
This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Aminome Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Yeah, it's very risky. You're still dealing with a cursed
Even
object.
if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me.
Yeah, we'll knock the shit out of
A
you.
chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Alright.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too.
Damn.
Now, Take me in your hand.
Okay, hold on. Hey Kevin, have you watched Polo Blooper? I did watch the Polo bloopers, and I was laughing my ass off about the Tarak versus the chicken. That was my favorite blooper. It was a great blooper video. It does make me realize. Actually, no, I can't say that out loud. Never mind. I nearly said something I shouldn't have then. But yeah, it was funny. It was entertaining. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Well, this is You okay, buddy?
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
You think feels a little off? Feels off. Let me know.
I will. Thank you.
He looks like he's tired. Damn.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced.
Yeah,
many
look at
blade
his eyes.
fights.
Like, his eyes are like more like. He looks more tired. Like he's giving a.
If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild.
Did we? I don't remember.
Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
That should fit the bill.
All right. Please lead the way.
Oh.
What about Amano Mayuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
He's a big dude, though.
Are we sure
Just
this
for
is a
being
good
someone's
idea?
nephew.
It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
It's not like we haven't. What do you want? What's the matter, dog? Okay, come here. Come here. I'll feed you after I'm done streaming, okay? It won't be much longer. So my dog's just like being like, feed me, I'm hungry. Hopefully this quest won't last too much longer. How do I get up there? Fortunately, I don't think the earlier quests are as long as the later ones, like the ones in like Fontaine and not Fontaine. Sorry, I meant Sumeru. Okay, I forget I can't double jump in other regions. Ugh, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna heal up real quick. Alright, here we go. I need Animo. I don't really have any built Animo units. Oh no, it gives me Kazuha. It just gives me Kazuha. Okay.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
There's more!
Bring them all together.
What a lucky day.
Alright, okay, wait.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Smack the shit out of them!
Time to get.
That means quite fun to play actually. There we go. That was that it.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
It's a very pretty blade, I must say, even though it's a corrupted talking sword.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Interesting. So he doesn't wanna. Okay, continuing on. Oh, test. Thank you for the chest. Is that money? Money!
Time to go.
Suck,
Let's get down to
bitches!
There's more.
Die. Come to me, my children!
One with wind and cloud.
Well, there we go. Got it.
Something's up with the blade.
It's grown dimmer?
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Okay, well, time to beat up more people, I guess. Kazuha, I can't believe you're risking your life for an NPC.
Time to go.
Look out! Ambush!
It's alright, I'll just smack him a bunch with his sword and it'll be fine. Yeah, look.
Wind strike.
It will always work. It will always work.
Wind strike. Time to go.
I don't want to use that ult yet.
One with nature.
There you go, got it.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Yup, it's a sad sword.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the?
Did it become a human?
Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
The wear and tear is severe. It really looks like it's about to
If you
break.
choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken.
Damn.
It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
The truth is right there in front of
I
him.
finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you.
Damn.
The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means the only person who could relate to him is his creator.
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from?
You shouldn't fight with this blade anymore.
Yep. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Okay.
Let's get down to business.
Yes. Oh, I reset my ult. How dare you, you bitch. My animals are so fun to play, I must say. Back up, back up.
The wind knows it. The falling leaves adorn my night.
Megan got it.
You fought
It's
way
got-
better with your own sword.
It's got the whole fucking swirly vortex is still around it. Okay, that's funny.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Yup,
Indeed.
you were a failure.
No matter how hard I tried, I could
Failure!
not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
Really?
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything.
Oh no, because if the wielder of the blade is completely shit, you're not gonna take on a fucking god sword.
This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art.
Hell yeah.
There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery.
Damn.
Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
Yep. So I didn't want to take control of him, but it had to because of like the power that was like conflicting with it. My favorite part of Polo blooper video was when Rose's voice actor was talking about candy necklaces. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Oh.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach.
Damn.
The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
Damn, I can't believe
Me everything.
I can't believe Kazuha was empathizing with a sword.
My form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
Sucks to be you, I
Our fate
guess.
is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
Home. Back to Canada.
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
Alright, what do you want?
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end.
Okay.
A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Damn.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions.
Damn.
He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui,
What's
but
that?
he could never again
Yeah, give
return
me
to
a
his
moment,
homeland.
okay? Settle down.
His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
Damn.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Pretty much.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path.
Damn.
This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's
Can't
too
believe we're
late
feeling
now.
sorry for a fucking sword.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Okay, I can't believe we're doing all this for a sword. I'm so done with this.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness.
No.
But darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge.
Okay.
Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing.
He's got
reality
great
clearly.
voice acting. Whoever voices the sword is a great
Since
voice
we
actor.
agreed
I love
to
the
terms
voice.
of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is
Holly,
the entire
calm
purpose
down.
for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push
Hold on.
your luck, mister.
Sorry, 1 second, chat. Hold on. Sorry, 1 second, chat. There's no one there, dog. Calm down. Alright, continuing on.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder.
I can't believe
What do
when
you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
he looks sad.
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You,
I'm finding it
fine
hard to
warrior,
speak.
would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Didn't we already fight like
Oh.
twice?
And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Okay, he's been unconscious this whole time and it's really like,
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others.
damn.
I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
So is he
There's no
so is the
need to
story
worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Terrio Commission.
so is the story gonna end with the sword shattering? Because that's what I'm imagining that's gonna happen.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Yippee! Oh no, my mouse is I can't move my mouse. Dang it. Give me a moment. We fixed. Okay, there we go. Hey. Great, got it. I'm out of here. Chat, do we know how long I have left? Are we nearly there? Nearly done. That's a long way away. I'm not walking all that distance. Ooh, the way over here. Oh, here we go.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Crash.
That was a much more relaxed
Yep,
location.
we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him.
I don't.
Are you ready?
He used people like puppets.
Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenoma Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Oh, this is cute. Now it's gonna beat the shit out of you. Hiya! Hiya! Move, thank you. Let me do the ult. His ult takes forever to charge.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Damn, got it. I might pull for Kazuha the next time he becomes available, because that's actually quite
Although He
fun.
appears battered and broken. In your hands, it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf.
Also, Kazuha's letting the sword control him so that he can speak to you for... Okay, I see.
It's too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I don't know. We get
I'm not
fixed
sure,
up.
But I think that all this is about to come to an end.
We also need to tell the wife that that her husband's dead. We haven't done that yet. We kind of found that out and was like, eh. We kind of found out that the husband died, and we're just like, we'll tell her later, I guess. We still haven't told her. That was like an hour ago. So.
It's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
You tell Tuga everything that happened.
Prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Oh, he's alive? He's not
Yes,
murdered?
badly wounded, but he will live.
Okay, he's not dead. That's a good
And
thing.
now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious.
You're just trusting his word for this. Okay.
To let him do it.
I trust your judgment.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Okay. Oh, cutscene!
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
So it's taking control of Kazuha to forge itself an even more. To reforge itself, it's...
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on.
I didn't know
and his
Kazuha
promised
knew how
hour
to
is yet
forge.
come.
This is interesting.
Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish.
Damn.
Thank you.
I like the effect in the eyes. That's really clever.
Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
rest in peace.
Damn, what a cutscene! Oh, for leaving an immersive view.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name.
Oh.
It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart.
Damn.
Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
The sword is using his body to reforge itself.
Yeah, exactly. That's why his eyes were purple and like had that like misty effect. It was a really cool cutscene. I quite like that.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
You know, shit,
The
Paimon.
same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them.
So, question. So, obviously, each character. So, question, chat. Each character, at least each character has like their own personalized weapon that the character wields, right? So, was that sword that was just reforged? Is that Kazuha's canonical weapon? Like, is that the sword that is meant for his character?
I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way.
Damn.
After everything
That's
I've
not
seen,
because I've said damn in this.
perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
But I'm gonna have to Google that right now. Give me a moment. Genshin Kazuha signature weapon. Is it the same one? I don't think it is. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh well. It would have been a cool touch if it was. If this was how he got his signature
Know that you
weapon.
will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Thank you.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Careful, Holly. Right, hopefully this quest ends soon. I'm just gonna try and get to the end of this.
Are you running away?
Sup, dog?
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed. Most fortunate that no
And my
lives
phone
were
keeps
lost.
going off.
The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
That's good.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan.
That actually, I don't know if this is actually his canonical weapon for like his character, but if it is, it looks so cool. Such a cool weapon.
By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path.
Fair enough. It's such a cool looking blade. Like, I love the purple with the red. It looks so cool.
Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
If
Fair
you
enough.
misunderstand, that was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
He likes to wander. He's the wanderer who was canonically named. Sorry.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Fair enough. He's definitely an animo unit. There we go. We've finished the quest. Look at that. Oh,
I
I
just
just...
have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. I'm always ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else?
Yep.
And as for your sister... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Yeah, let's do that, but that'll be tomorrow because I'm ending the stream right now. Right, and on that note, thank you. Thank you all for tuning in to the stream. Appreciate you guys. If you did enjoy, you know, leave a like. If you're watching later on YouTube, thank you all for watching, tuning in. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next stream, likely tomorrow. Bye bye. Peace out, peoples. Yep.